Hey team, it's Bethany here. Apologize, we don't have an office in our house, so I am currently in the only available room that doesn't have kids in it, and that is their bedroom. So there's Star Wars posters everywhere, as you can see. So we're on day 2, and I'm here to talk with you all about adding people to your list of 100. Now, I don't know if you're like me, but when I heard you have to have a list of 100 people, I was like, well, I don't know if I know that many people. But then I got on Facebook, and truthfully, Facebook is about the best place for you to find that many people. They tell you to use the memory jogger, which I'm sure we have under the Files tab in Team Thrive, or your coach can get it to you because it's in the new coach initial thing, kind of like with the checklists and everything. And the memory jogger just kind of helps you go through, what's your warm market, your hot market, your cold market. Who are those people? Jog your memory on who you know, jot people down. Because having a list, being able to look at a list is very, very, very helpful. I know when I try to wing things, it goes awry. So some things that we were going to talk to you about as far as helping with adding 100 people. And I made notes, so if you see me look off screen, that's what I'm doing. So use Facebook. If there's an option on when you click your profile and you go to friends, you can actually search, like use keywords to search for people that you may know from somewhere that you worked in the past, or if your kids were involved in a certain sport with a certain school or organization, you can use keywords, different churches, different places you've lived, and they'll bring up people that you may not even know were on Facebook or didn't even remember to try to connect with. So use those options to try to add to your friends list. But you never know who you're going to be able to connect with. I know through my Facebook, I've got friends that I grew up with on an Army base in Fort Knox, up to friends I went to high school with, up to friends I went to college with, and then friends I've made in the grown-up world, with my kids doing sports, or through my work, or through my husband. So you constantly want to add to that list of people because you never know who you're going to form a relationship with. I've been blessed with lots of people that I probably just thought were acquaintances, but took the initiative to make friends with them and then just form with them. And I know we talk about forming a lot, but it really, forming the relationship and getting them to trust you is about the best and most important part of this whole process. So with those 100 people, you want to personally message them and not immediately say, hey, you want to be a coach, or hey, you want to buy something from me. But, if they have kids, or if you scroll through their newsfeed really, really fast, or their wall really fast and see, maybe they went to the gym, or maybe them and their husband went somewhere and they dressed up real nice, you would have something to kind of personalize it and be like, hey, saw that you went to this gala, you looked great, love to reconnect with you, or how are your kids doing? I saw you guys playing in the snow because we have Snowmageddon going on at our house right now. So little things like that, because I've been able to reconnect with a lot of people, and really just by saying, hey, well, what's up? What's going on? How are you? But always ask a question, because if you just say, hey, I liked your picture, they may forget that you sent the message and not respond. They may just kind of feel like they don't have to respond if they don't really want to. But if you ask a question like, hey, how are you all doing? Or how are your kids? I saw they did a game the other day. Then they kind of are more likely to send a response back. I know I am. Than just kind of scrolling through and forgetting that you sent the message. Because I have a lot of people that it looks like they don't ever get my message, or they get it and then like when I follow up, they'll be like, oh my gosh, I completely forgot that I didn't message you. I do that too, text messages and Facebook messages. So always add people, use the memory jogger, send personal messages. And when you enter your power hour, and I know my coach Amanda, who's like super stinking awesome, is going to outline the power hour stuff for you all tomorrow. Don't go in assuming people are going to say no, okay? I'm a psychologist, so I understand kind of the brain aspect of it, but you're setting yourself up for failure and setting yourself up for an excuse as to why things aren't working. So if you believe in what you're doing and you believe in this team that is the most amazing thing I've ever been a part of, and you believe in what you're doing. I mean, everyone on this team, everyone in this group is amazing at whatever they're doing. Everyone has their own niche. So if you go into your invites during your power hour knowing that you're genuine and that you're doing what you're meant to be doing, even if somebody says no, they're not going to say, ew, can you believe that she messaged me with this genuine message about how she thinks I would do wonderful at this thing? No. They're going to be like, maybe not now. Or they might say yes. Or they might say, tell me more about it. Because each of you has something to offer someone. Don't hold something in your mouth. What does Summer say? Don't hold someone else's future captive in your mouth. So don't get caught up in the fear of what if they say no, and don't put it out there. You have to put it out there. I didn't know that something called a Beachbody coach existed until my coach Amanda said, hey, have you ever thought about this? And I was like, no, what is it? So make sure that you lead with genuineness, honesty, and your belief in yourself, because this team is just amazing. And in order to progress with that, you have to have a list of people. You have to keep track of who you've invited. You have to keep track of what they've said. You have to keep track of all that, because then you can follow up, and then you can show interest in what they're doing and make comments on their posts on Facebook and stay active and relevant and adding value to their life, because that's what it's all about. At the end of the day, what we're doing is we're changing lives. We're not selling things. We're not trying to build a pyramid scheme and make money off of everybody else. You're changing people's lives. Take value in that. Take ownership in that. That's awesome. So I believe in each and every one of you. I'd love to see your lists of 100 people. I'd love to hear what you guys use as organization, because Lord knows I try to be organized and sometimes it goes awry. So I could use some of what you all are using too. So have an awesome time in this group, and just know that Diamond is great, but just think of the fact that you're helping that many people change their lives and create their own destiny, whether you make it to Diamond or you sign one coach or you sell one challenge pack. Okay? I'm so thrilled that Casey honored me enough to be a part of this group that's helping you all work your way to building your teams. And I'd love to hear from each and every one of you. I hope this was helpful. And I hope that everyone has a wonderful week of learning. See you guys.